Hello, good morning.
Morning.
How are we?
Marvellous as always.
As always, enjoying your time on the TT so far?
Yeah, it's an absolutely beautiful island. The weather's amazing. The racing's awesome as well. So yeah, having a good time.
Do you know what? This is the first time that you have been here, isn't it?
Yeah, it is the first time. I'm not really into racing, but I've come out to support Peter. So I'll do whatever I can to help him.
Because you are his chick, aren't you?
Yeah. Yes, I am. Yeah.
Do you know, I can't believe you've actually chosen a girlfriend that's not really into racing, Pete. What's going on?
I know, yeah, it's a bit different, but no, it's really good, you know. I mean, I've not been seeing Natalie for very long, but she's been absolutely mega for me. So, no, I'm really happy that she's here and she's decided to come along. You know, it's obviously quite a scary thing as well, especially the Isle of Man TT. So, it's a big thing for her to be able to come over and support me. So, yeah, it's brilliant.
So your first experience with Pete racing was actually at BSB, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was at Silverstone last year. I weren't really paying attention to the race now. I was just helping out the RAF team. So, yeah, I weren't really into it at all. But that's when we first met, yeah.
So how do you actually feel about him doing this?
I hate him racing, but I'd never stop him doing something he loves. I do usually say to you, I just wish you were a plasterer, but...
I actually have heard you say that before.
Yeah, no, I don't like him racing, but who isn't? Like, no, I don't think anyone's going to be happy with their boyfriend being on a bike going like over 180 mile an hour around a road or a race circuit. It's very dangerous, but if that's what he wants to do, then I'm here to support you. So,
Natalie, what was it like, though, the first moment that you did actually see him doing it?
Really scary. Well, I had a breakdown on the grid before he went out. So, but I'm a lot better now. I've got the whole team. I've got his mum and dad here looking after me. So everyone's been brilliant, and yeah, they're really helping me. So it's good.
So having your girlfriend break down on the grid, Pete?
Yeah, it was a little different. So I've not had that one before, but you know, it's just I knew it was going to be a big thing for her. You know, she's. It's a big thing. It's, you know, the TT especially is something very unique and very different, and obviously has its dangers. So because it was a new experience for her, it kind of overcome her a little bit. But she's all right now. I mean, after the first lap, she kind of got there. The team had calmed her down a bit. So
she's up at the grandstand going, woo, woo!
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, getting the pom-poms out now, I think.
You know, when you leave her, and obviously she's a bit tearful, are you able just to shut that off as you go down Bray Hill? Yeah,
I mean, you kind of have to. That's what the job is. You've got to shut everything else out and concentrate on what we're doing, you know. So.
How do you do that? How do you do that, though? Like, mentally as women, we're so emotional, aren't we?
Definitely.
You know, how do you do that as a man?
Well, because I'm a man, obviously.
So you can just completely compartmentalise and get on with it.
Yeah, it's kind of what you have to do, you know. I mean, especially here, you've got to be absolutely switched on with every bit of the circuit that you're doing. So yeah, it's just something that we need to do. I knew she was in good hands. I knew the team would look after her. So and I knew I was going to be all right, as we always are.
So you really are like part of the team now, aren't you? Because you get involved with everything. And I think, you know, you even say that you're making the sandwiches, right?
Yeah, so make the sandwiches, make them tea and coffee.
Is he greedy?
No, you're not that greedy, are you really? No. He's been told to watch his weight as well. So.
Porker.
Yeah. No, you're the chunky monkey.
So in your hands you have here,
okay,
a little concoction of...
bananas, blueberries, cranberry juice, just a bit of milk. Yeah, nothing, no kind of protein shakes or energy drinks. Or I'm not really into all that kind of stuff. If you've got a varied diet, everything's in your diet, you know.
So you don't have any special nutritionist that looks after you or anything?
No, not at all, no.
Only Natalie that does his sandwiches?
Yeah, does his sandwiches, makes his shakes for him, has his dinner ready before he goes racing, so yeah, that's my job.
And also things like the helmet, the boots, you know, you have the hydration, the water, whatever he needs, you're there to do that, and that keeps you busy, I guess, which keeps your mind off everything else, right? Yeah,
it does keep me busy, so I have to clean his leathers, collect his helmet, make sure he has water and whatever he has put into it ready for him when he comes back. Maybe some sweets as well, just to keep his energy up after a few laps.
What's his favourite sweets?
Jelly babies.
I've heard something about this. Apparently there's cyclists that have to cut the heads off, apparently because it helps them actually digest better. Have you heard of that? Jelly babies with heads cut off.
No, not heard that one. Plus you're missing out on part of the sweet, aren't you? That's no good. You can't be chucking away the heads.
So when he comes back off the bike and he comes back into pit lane and you see him for the first time, can you describe that emotion?
Well, it's amazing. I just know he's safe. I have to give him a hug straight away, but after that I'm absolutely fine. So yeah, it's just a sign of relief really when he's back in. I know he's fine. I know he's a really good rider, but it's still hard. I think after a few years I will get used to racing and stuff, but it's just all new to me still, so it's just like my life's changed 180 degrees. So
what about the paddock life? Because it can be really tricky out there. I know what it's like. I've heard all the stories. How are you fitting into it?
Yeah, I'm fitting in really, really well to paddock life. Just ignore some stuff. If you hear something horrible about you, that's all you've got to do is just ignore it. But just keep your head up, smile, and.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
And do you tend to hear kind of things about you around the paddock? Can it be quite bitchy?
I haven't heard anything to my face, but
it's just the way it is. Just the way it is. I think get a bunch of girls together, Pete, it's bound to happen, isn't it?
I think that's the problem, is a bunch of girls together. That is always the issue.
Drinking wine and
stories and rumours suddenly occur out of drinking wine. Yeah,
and sitting in hot tubs at motorhomes. I came by yesterday and I saw outside your motorhome you've got like a hot tub. It's massive. Do you actually go in it together? Come on, after a race, is it the way you relax?
Well, last night actually, yeah, it was good. It's good to chill out. So I actually bought it last year. I broke my back last year at Orme Park and a few ribs and stuff, and it was really good that after each ride that I did at the TT, I could just jump in that and chill out, and it was good to the bones. Believe it or not, at least that's what I keep telling myself. That's why I need it there. So
you don't fill it up with ice or anything like footballers and jump in.
No. It's at 38 degrees. It's nice and warm. So no, it was perfect. Really, you can just go and chill out. I mean, all the girls were in. My mum was in there yesterday. All the mechanics' missuses, they were all in there. And Nat was in there. So they can all chill out and have some glasses of wine. And while we're all busy in the garage getting the bikes ready.
Do you know what? It's a massive social thing, this, isn't it? As well, with a bit of racing on the side.
Yeah, well, that's our excuse. We say, look, it keeps us out of the garage, so you guys can work. So we'll just go to the hot tub and have some wine. we might have a couple of bottles, but what they don't know can't hurt them, right?
I love the sound of that. Well, I think I might jump in the hot tub with you later. Hey?
Get your bikini out.
Yeah. No.